As predator catchers, what is our objective? To spread awareness, bring online predators to justice, and to change laws. But what laws? Sometimes they vary from country to country, from state to state, from county to county, and city by city. There's also different DAs and attorney generals that have different ordinances that pertain to how they will enforce the law in other areas as opposed to other areas. Many predator catchers say they're going to get laws changed, but for no fault of their own, they don't really know what to change because it varies by location to location, and we need to get way more specific about our solution. We agree on some general things, like we want to make it illegal so that if someone has a substantial age difference, and let's say they're on a dating app like Tinder or Grindr, that person would be charged for basically picking up a kid and hanging out with them, even if they didn't talk sexual. I think we need to modify entrapment laws so that third parties can work with law enforcement more effectively, so we have a more reasonable definition of entrapment instead of something that allows predators to get off on ridiculous technicalities. Have you ever looked up the definition of kidnapping? I have. Kidnapping: an action of abducting someone and holding them captive. A crime at common law consisting of an unlawful restraint of a person's liberty by force or show of force so as to send the victim to another country. Under modern law, the crime is usually found where the victim is taken to another location or concealed. Under federal and state law, kidnapping is commonly defined as the taking of a person from one place to another against their will, or the confinement of a person to a controlled space. Having sex with someone against their will is rape. But how can a kid have any free will if they're not legally able to make a decision? This is why I think we should have something known as statutory kidnapping, so that we can actually prosecute people for, basically taking a kid outside their parents' permission, and, whether or not it was necessarily the kid was held captive. In general, we need to learn the limitations of our laws and how they protect our children. When these limitations are discovered, we need to demand change from our local, state, and federal representatives. And when they act and do their job, they get a pass. But if they don't act, we put them on blast. That's why MVCAP is launching the Don't Act, We'll Put You on Blast campaign to hold these legislators accountable. How to be a part of it is very simple. Discover the limitations of your laws and bring them up with your local, state, and federal representatives that it pertains to. Especially if you live in a two-party state, tell them you're recording them. Then, if they choose to be unresponsive, document them being unresponsive. Then share the campaign hashtag, and then as a country, we will approach that legislator's name and their phone number, not their personal phone number, obviously, and put them on blast for not taking action on such a serious issue. Because they may not listen to you, but they will listen to a gigantic movement that will be calling for change at their office. Whether it's a local or state issue, we will need to have the same level of outrage as if it affects our community to make these people act. Let's all come together and get very specific about our policy goals, and then when they don't act, let's put them on blast.